Hello my book friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly and in this week's video we are reading books off my physical TBR because I need to make a dent in it. If you guys watched me going through my physical TBR, I have over 100 books. It's a lot. My fiance's like, you have a problem? And I'm like, I don't, but thank you though. But I am on a book buying ban until October. So I need to make a good dent in the TBR so I feel better about buying a ton of books come October. So I'm going to be reading books off the TBR. I've already started one. It is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This is her debut novel from last year. Her newest one, Love from Cold World, came out like this month, I think. I don't know why I want to say Cold War, but it's Love from Cold World. I need to enunciate. But I wanted to read it because I wanted to see if I liked her writing style, because if I do, I will put her new one on the wish list. But I'm only like 2 chapters in, so very early on in it. I am a mood reader, so I have no plan for what I'm going to read after it because I can't stick to things. I can be like, here's what I'm going to be reading, and that's what I can't. I'm gonna read it and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna go to next. Let's pick something. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm also during this week, I'm gonna take you guys along with us to our little day date, me and my fiance. I know we're going to the zoo, but he says he has some other things planned as well. So we're gonna be doing that. Love day dates. He always plans really good ones. So I'm excited about doing that. This is what we're doing, you guys. We are going to be reading off the TBR, making a dent in that. We're going to be having fun. This will also be spoiler free. If I think I'm going to say anything that may spoil it, I'll let you know so I don't spoil it for you guys, because not everybody wants to be spoiled like me. And before we get to the reading, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to notify you when I upload. I upload every week. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and comment down below. Let's have a little chat if you like any of the books I read in this video and just want to talk about it. I love talking with you guys. So let's go ahead, get to reading, get this week started because feeling the reading juices flowing. I'm feeling out of my slump a little bit. So yeah, let's get into reading Love in the Time of Serial Killers and see what else I'm going to read this week. Okay, time for a little update. First impressions of Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I recorded my intro, lay down to read, get like a page in, fell asleep. So I've been reading today. I will mostly be doing my reading in the game room. It's getting close to like 100 degrees out there and it's heating this house up. And my fiance finally went out and got us like a portable AC. So you'll see that in there. But I'm going to be doing most of my reading in there because it's the coolest room in the house and we are all hanging out. So that's what you're going to see when I'm reading. You won't really see me reading in the book room, which is fine. But I did not read much of Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I'm only 5 chapters in and I think I'm going to pause it, which is sad because I am not liking Phoebe, who is the female main character. She is just rude. Like for me, I don't care because there is a bit of trigger warnings at the beginning. Like the author talks about what is going to be talked about. And so I knew what was happening. But this is my thing. Like I have trauma. I think a lot of us do. I don't treat anybody shitty because of it. Like I try not to treat anybody shitty because of it. Like Phoebe is very just rude. Like, I get it. Like, she's in Florida to help her brother get their dad's house ready to sell because he's passed away 6 months prior. Makes sense. So she is bringing her, like, old Victorian desk, and it's on top of it, it's very heavy. And so she gets to Florida at, like, 2 in the morning or something like that, very early. So she's like, how am I going to get this desk off? Or should I just go to bed, you know? Normal thought processes. And then the neighbor, who you don't know is the neighbor yet, is like, hey, do you need some help? And it freaks her out. She loves true crime. She's doing her dissertation for her doctorate in true crime. That's fine. She is paranoid and suspicious to the extreme. Like, listen, I love true crime. I'm a true crime girly. I like reading about it. I like watching it. Like, it is very interesting to me. Yeah, am I a little paranoid? Yeah, but I'm not gonna be fucking rude about it. And like, every chance she has, she's rude to people. Like, rude to her brother, rude to everybody. And I'm like, I don't know if there is something that's gonna happen in this book that I'm gonna be like, her behavior makes sense, because I don't think there's any level of like, I don't know what could redeem her. Like, I'm getting the same vibes as Nesta in Court of Silver Flames. Like, yeah, at the end I'm like, okay, I can tolerate you, but still, she was an asshole the entire book, the entire ACOTAR series. Don't like Nesta. Like, she was a bitch the entire time. And my opinion, she is just rude. She's just rude. Like, she comes home and the neighbor's like mowing the yard, like mowing her yard, because he used to do that for her dad. And she's like, why are you doing that? It's like, bitch, you can say, oh, no, thank you. He goes, oh, do you want me to stop? And she goes, well, no, you can keep going. Then what? I don't know. I have to pause because I didn't even, I think I got like one clip of me reading it, and then I had to pause it. Like, I had to stop filming, and I was explaining to my fiance how much I am hating this character, and he's like, why are you reading it then? Like, you're not enjoying it? Like, why are you reading it? I'm like, you're right. Like, I'm not enjoying it. So I am pausing it. I have no idea what book I'm going to read next. I'm going to go to the gym, and while I'm at the gym, I'm going to be thinking about looking at different stuff to figure out what I'm going to read next, because I have to pause it. If you guys have read this and can let me know if she gets better, like if there is some redeeming quality she has that's going to like be better, because she just ran into like an old friend, and the friend was so excited to like see her, be like, oh yeah, do you remember we talked about this, and now I'm doing this, like just like we said. And she's like an asshole to her, and she explained why she's not friends with her anymore. And I'm like, what, but what? Okay, all right. Like, I don't know if there's any redeeming qualities for her. Like, the neighbor seems cool. Like, even the brother's like, you need to fucking chill out. Like, honest to God. Like, I don't understand it. So I'm gonna pause it. I have like 2 books in mind that I may read. I may read Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey, which I just finished Secretly Yours, and I really liked it. It was really cute. So, and I know I'll probably like that. Or I may read Flawless by Elsie Silver. Haven't decided yet. I'll probably decide at the gym while I'm dying. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. Let's go to the gym, figure out what I'm gonna read, come back, figure it out. But I'll check in with you guys in a little bit and let you guys know my decision. Okay, I'm back from the store. I'm back from the gym. While I was at the gym, I was watching some videos about books that I have on my TBR, trying to figure out what I was going to read. And I've chosen Flawless by Elsie Silver. I've heard people talk about this series all the time, the Chestnut Spring series. People talk about it a lot. I'm nervous because I feel like it's going to be a slow burn. Not that it's a terrible thing, but I'm impatient. But I've heard great things. So I feel like, why not see if it's worth the hype? Get into it. And I think it's like a boss's daughter type thing. And it's enemies to lovers, small town romance. I do love a good small town romance. Enemies to lovers is one of my favorite. And really like the best friend's little sister or best friend's older brother. I love those. So I am... It's just been sitting on my bookshelf or my TBR for a hot minute. So I'm excited to finally see what everybody's talking about. Also, I'm going to be unhauling some books. I went through and I got rid of books, one that I won't reread again, not because they were bad, just because I just don't feel as though the story was good enough or enough for me to be like, I want to reread this. So they can go to new homes. Also in here are books that I could not finish, will not finish, and they may need to go to a new home that somebody will love them. So let me show you guys the stack of books I'm going to be unhauling from the Bookshelves. Okay, this is the stack. It's not a bad stack. I need to look up to see where I'm going to be donating these because we don't have a free little library anywhere near us. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put them. But let me just go through them really quickly so you can see what I'm getting rid of. I have 2 Agatha Christie books, and then They Were None and Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile, I feel like we all have heard about. The movie came out. It's not bad. Agatha Christie I love her books. I still have a few on the bookshelf. These aren't my like top or my favorite. Someone else will love them more, so send them to a new home. I also have a few books by Amanda Lovelace. It is poetry books. They're all kind of fairy tale themed. The first one is The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and then Break Your Glass Slippers, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, and The Mermaid's Voice returns in this one. So I like poetry, but I don't really go back and reread them. I feel like poetry is like one of those where you read them and you're like, okay, I'm done. Like, I do like Nikita Gill's. I do keep hers because I do like to go back to hers, kind of that Greek mythology type. I like that, but yeah, I feel like poetry, it's hard to go back to. I don't know, just my opinion. So I'm sure somebody's gonna love these as much as I did because they were very good. I also have The Girls by Emma Cline. This is kind of like a fictionalization of the Manson murders, just told in a different way. It was very interesting. I did like it. Very quick read. Again, I have read so much about the Manson murders, and we've seen a ton of it, but I don't think it's going to be a book that I will go back to. But definitely check it out if you are a true crime enthusiast or anything like that. It's great writing. I really liked it, but I won't reread it. I also have The Word is Murder by Anthony Horowitz. I tried so hard to like this book, and I could not get into it. I never could finish it. I've had this for so many years, and when I first tried, I stopped after like 30%, and then I picked it back up like a year later. Still could not do it. I just didn't like the writing. I didn't like it. So I'm gonna send it on to a new home. I also have Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered, based on the My Favorite Murder podcast. I used to listen to them all the time. I was there at the very beginning. I really stopped. It's been like 3-4 years since I've listened to them. The book, I mean, it's about like their stories about them growing up, things they've dealt with, how they came together for the podcast, things like that. It wasn't a bad book. But if you've done some deep dives, because I know there are some deep dive videos on like TikTok and stuff about the podcast and things that have happened, things that they've said, just different things, you're like, oh, it's problematic. Yeah, I mean, if you want something to like about the background of them, like definitely check it out. But after like reading and watching things about it, it's a little problematic. And yeah, it's been so long since I've read it. It's just, yeah, no. But yeah, I feel like at a certain point they've been on, because they started, it's what, 2016 or something like that. They've been on for a very long time. I feel like at a certain point you need to like know when to stop. And that includes like movies like Fast and Furious. What the fuck? There's too many of those. That's just my opinion. But I feel like God on top. I don't know. Because at a certain point, like you'll hit your speed up here, and then shit's going downhill. Like, know when to stop. Just my opinion. I also have Double Pucked by Lauren Blakely. I talked about this. I DNF'd it. The writing was terrible. I do like Lauren Blakely. I like other books by her, but this one was just absolutely awful. Especially, I'm a hockey romance girly, and it was just terrible. It was just bad. Writing was terrible. The why choose aspect of it, awful. The girl was like in her mid-20s or something, and she talked like she was 14. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. I will never go back to it. It needs to find a new home, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send it on its way, and hopefully whoever picks it up likes it more than I did. Those are all the books I'm unhauling, making space in the bookshelves for books I'm reading. I just like to get rid of some that, someone else can like. and they don't need to sit on my bookshelves. But mostly I do keep a lot of my books because I do end up liking them and I do end up rereading them. But the ones I don't, they can kick rocks. So I'm gonna figure out where to take these, make some lunch, and then I'm gonna get down to reading Flawless, and I will see you guys with the first update. Okay, you guys, so first update, first impression of Flawless by Elsie Silver. Also, you'll hear the buzzing of the AC, but we're not turning it off. We're gonna stick it out together because it's too hot to not have that thing on. I don't think I filmed any. I think I filmed a few like reading clips, but I've been sucked in. I'm 156 pages into Flawless, and I'm loving it. I'm getting the hype. I'm just loving Rhett and Summer. Rhett is kind of at the end of his career bull riding. He's got caught on camera saying he hates milk, which has pissed off his sponsors. He's also punched somebody because they're badgering him about the milk incident. And his agent is talking to his two new hires, one being his daughter who just graduated from law school, and he's like, what do we do? Like, how do we handle this? And ends up assigning Summer to basically be a glorified babysitter for Rhett. And Rhett's like, I would rather have anything else. He's just grumpy, and I'm liking that. And Summer has always she, like, from what we've read so far, is really just, she rolls with the punches, but she's not a doormat. She doesn't let people walk all over her. But she puts people above her, if that makes sense. That's what I'm gathering. But I'm really liking it. I'm really, really liking it. I've just been sucked in. I was going to do an update and first impression earlier, but again, I just couldn't stop reading. It's definitely going to be a slow burn. I'm fine with that. I'm loving Rhett's family. But I'm also just the fact that, like, Rhett's like, I just don't like milk. It's not because I don't care about the farmers and everybody who, like, my fans. I don't like milk. I was traumatized as a child. Like, I thought that was the fucking funniest thing. The banter's really good. The dialogue's really good. Yeah, and I already want to read the rest of the series, and I can't buy them until, like, October. And I'm struggling. Like, I'm getting the hype. I want to read more, but it's late. My fiance already went to bed, and he's like, don't stay up too late. I'm like, bitch, you don't know me. But I may read a little bit more, and give you guys an update in the morning of what I read. But this is what I was needing. This is what I was wanting. A good small town enemies to lovers romance. This is what I'm talking about. Like, oh, it's so good. Yeah. I want to continue on because I think it's going to be good. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to read a little bit more, and I'll update you guys in the morning. Okay, it's the next day. I read more than a little more last night after I gave an update. I'm on page 250, and I just got to the part where she put Emmett's cowboy hat on, and Rhett, like, saw red and, like, went over and did a body shot off of her, and they're walking out. So I stopped there last night, and I was like, this will keep me up. I have to go to bed. It's good. It's really, really good. I don't know if it's 5 stars, but it's definitely what I was looking for, which, fantastic. Like, I don't know. I'm absolutely loving the banter. I'm just loving Summer and Rhett together. Why did it take me this long to read this? I don't know. But I want to read more because I got to figure out what, like, I know is going to happen. Like, I'm an adult. But I just need to get more into it because I'm just loving the book. things are getting steamy in the book, but I need to take a little break because I need to go and get ready because we are going on our date today. Austin has the zoo planned and some other things, I believe. He hasn't told me all of it, but I need to get ready for that. I'm excited. We haven't been to the zoo in so long, so it's going to be nice, and it's not as hot today. I'll show you guys what we're all doing, but I'm excited. So I'm going to take a break from reading. I'm going to go get ready, and I will check back up again when I've read some more and when we get back. So I will see you guys in a little bit.
Trying to feel anything, but then I see over there smiling, and it all comes back, it's rushing in. I've been trying to find my nerve endings. Won't you come on over later and waste my time? Is this what it looks like, honey? I'm getting used to never getting over this. Won't you be my Valentine? Not just for February, but maybe my whole life. 'Cause won't you be my Valentine? Have you got something to say now? 'Cause I've been holding my breath. I've got a bad habit of talking too much, and it usually ends in regret. But then I see you over there dancing, and it all slows down.
It's the next day. I'm tired. Yesterday was very, very busy. We went to the zoo, and then Austin took me to Barnes & Noble, which we didn't buy anything because Austin still counts him buying me things as breaking the book buying ban. So we didn't buy anything, but I did roam around, see things I'm wanting, because he did ask. He's like, did you see anything you're wanting? I'm like, yeah, I want all of them. I will always find something I want at Barnes & Noble if I'm there. But I didn't film anything else yesterday besides the Zoo&Barnes. We ate. Also, if you hear Roseanne, she's sleeping on the couch next to me. But we ate and we came back. But I did finish Flawless by Elsie Silver. I gave this 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it. The only reason it's not 5 stars is because I feel as though some of the main reasons Summer is the way she is, I feel like it wasn't fully resolved. Like, some things were still left kind of loose ends. And I know some of them may be resolved in, like, the other books in the series, but I can't get those books yet. Till October, but I feel like we could have gotten something, like some sort of resolve out of that in regards to her sister and Dr. Douche. I don't know, but I loved Rhett and Summer. I think their relationship was so cute. I really liked it, like the whole like cowboy hat like rules of you wear the hat, you ride the cowboy. I thought that was funny. I think the spice was the perfect amount. I really liked Summer and her dad. Their relationship was really good, and their communication was actually really good as well. And I loved it. It kind of gave me like The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks vibes, but better. Just for the fact of like the bull riding and stuff, because that, I think The Longest Ride was the other one I've read that's like bull riding. I haven't read any other romance type books like that, but this is definitely worth the hype if you like small town agent's daughter, not boss's daughter, because he pays him, but forbidden romance, technically, enemies to lovers, country, I don't know, it's very good, definitely worth the hype. This was what I was needing. I kind of just got sucked into it. It didn't feel like, it seems like a chunky book, but it really felt like it flew by. I'm excited for the rest of the series. I'm excited to get more of Rhett's brothers, because I'm excited about Willa. I'm excited where some of these characters are going to go, but Rhett and Summer, I think It was so good. I absolutely loved it. I'll get more in depth in my monthly wrap up, and that will have spoilers, but I don't want to go too much into it. I did start my next book though. I started Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is the second in her like Napa Valley series. The first one being Secretly Yours, which I think I read on another reading vlog. So this is about Julian's sister Natalie in August, who is a new winemaker in Napa. They met in Secretly Yours. Some things went down. So now they kind of, they bigger. That's what it is. But this is enemies to lovers, fake dating, fake marriage, somewhat small town, because the way that Napa's being described, which I've never been to Napa, so it may be small town, but the way it's being described is very small town. Like everybody knows everybody's business. So it's good so far. I'm only like about 100 pages in. I'm liking it. It's classic Tessa Bailey. Like the banter's on point. The level of spice is there. I don't know if you heard that. Austin's gaming upstairs is why I'm down here. So if you just heard that. But I'm liking it. It really is classic Tessa Bailey. But I don't know. I did want to ask you guys, this isn't a spoiler. Natalie used to be engaged, and she was checking like the socials, and she saw her ex-fiance had posted like a new girl, and they hadn't been broken up that long. I don't know about you guys. Even when I read it, I'm ready to throw hands. Like I get so angry because I'm like, girl, slash his tires. I don't know. Like I don't fuck him up. Like the fact that he's posting this bitch in a bathrobe on your balcony, throw hands. Like I'm ready. I don't know if you guys are like that when you read it. Get angry. I do. That's why I can't read like cheating tropes, like things that involve cheating. I get so mad. Like even these aren't real people, but I just like, I can't even really watch it, like TikTok ones, like messy TikToks where they're talking about it. I get angry. I'm ready to defend you. Like I am here for you. I'm in your corner. Like if you need somebody to help, I'm here. But that was a little part in there, and Natalie handled it actually really good, which I'm like, that is a very mature way to handle that. And I know I am not. I couldn't do that, but who knows? But today I'm going to be reading more of this. I think I could probably finish this today, but my brain is kind of like everywhere. I also have a sugar appointment later, and I have to go to the gym before then, because after you get sugared, you have like 24 hours you can't, so I gotta go to the gym before then. But I'm also really comfy. I'm in I'm in my fiance's old sweatpants and a sweatshirt, because it's actually kind of like it chilled out. Like it's not as hot as it has been. So I'm bundled up. But I want to read some more. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's the Dead Meat channel on YouTube. They also have a podcast, but they do kill counts of like horror movies and stuff. I love it because I'm a horror movie fan, and sometimes I don't want to watch the horror movie, and so I go to Dead Meat's channel and I will rewatch their kill counts and different things, because they actually go in depth and actually tell you like different stuff you didn't know about the movie. And so I have that on in the background, so I'm gonna be reading a romance while watching a kill count. That's just where I'm at. But I will check in with you guys in a little bit, but let's get to reading. Final update. It's been a few days because we have the summer ache in this house. Also, you may hear the dishwasher going. Yeah, we got the summer ick. I got it first, and so I have just not felt well. And then Austin got it because I have a Stanley cup and I have a Hydro Flask, and we just share cups. It's rare that we have our own drinks. And I had my ginger ale in mine. And he goes, oh, where's the Stanley? And I go, oh, well, it's over here. It has ginger ale. And he's, oh, bet. Let me see it. And I go, I'm sick. I don't think you understand. And he's like, well, it's fine. And then he wakes up the next day. He's like, you got me sick. I didn't do shit, sir. So yeah, we've had a bit of the summer ick. I spent most of today, because I felt better today, cleaning the house. Because I don't know if you guys are like this. I have, whenever, like, if I'm sick, I clean the house. When we both get sick, for sure cleaning the house. I deep clean this place. So you'll hear the dishwasher going in the background. Yeah, just to clean off, like, the grossness, clean off the sickness, because we don't want to keep that going. So yeah, I'm not surprised that we got a little bit of the end of summer ick going on, but I didn't film anything while I was feeling bad. I did finish Unfortunately Yours. I gave this 4 stars. I felt as though this didn't need to be as long as it did, because the conflicts in this were dragged out an unnecessary amount. I do have to say, I love August. August and Natalie's relationship was hilarious. Like, they love to fight with each other. They fight to bring out their, like, vulnerabilities. It's the weirdest fucking thing, but it's so good. And the epilogue in this, chef's kiss. That is the type of epilogue I want. But August is so cute. Like, his sympathy pains for her, like, it is the cutest fucking thing. This does, trigger warning, kinda, if you've dealt with loss or anything, if the loss of somebody, they do talk about this a lot in here. So that may bring something up for you if you've dealt, especially recently. But this is really good. It was a good Tessa Bailey book. It's a classic Tessa Bailey book, honestly. Like, she has kind of a blueprint for her contemporary romances, and it follows that. It's not different. Spice is very good. The one thing I will have to say, and this is such a pet peeve for me, that is so specific, and it's just popped up in her Napa series with Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours. Both Julian and August called, like, the vagina thing. Let me see that thing. Like, I can't. I honestly can't. I don't know what would possess her to be like, yeah, that sounds like some. I mean, guys probably for sure say that. And I was joking with my fiance, and I go, if you ever said that about my cookie, we're fighting. Because, like, they're having sexy time, and he's like crying that thing, and I'm like, I can't. I can't, honest to God. But it was a good book. Not 5 stars because, again, I think it was dragged out a little bit more than it needed to. Like, even the last, like, chapter, something that had not been resolved and ended up not even being a conflict, was brought up. And I'm like, okay, wait, you're in the last chapter. We can't be having a fucking fight on the last chapter. But it was good. If you're looking for just a cute series, the Napa series with Secretly Yours, Unfortunately Yours, really good. I do recommend reading Secretly Yours first, because that's where Natalie and August meet, so you'll get a little bit of backstory. But very cute. But I'm also kind of done. After cleaning all day, I am tired, and I want to take a nappy nap with the doggos, so I'm going to do that. So thanks for hanging out with me this week. And reading Flawless and Unfortunately Yours, going to the zoo, going to Barnes, unhauling books. Had a great time. I love hanging out with you guys, and I will hang out with you guys in the next video. But until then, bye.